Well, spoke too soon. I just got the dreaded sensor alert failure. Good morning. So today's the day. We're going to be retiring the DEXCOM G6 and replacing it with the DEXCOM G7. So I've been waiting for this day for a while since I decided to use up my last DEXCOM G6. And funny because you know, the last unit that I have on actually was the best performing, where I didn't have to calibrate every other day. So I calibrated it once and it seemed to have been working flawlessly. So I'm not sure if the move to the G7 is going to be better, but we'll see. But this is what I have now, so let's go ahead and replace it and say goodbye, hopefully, to the G6. So what drew me initially to the DEXCOM G7 was its form factor. It was a little smaller than the form factor of the DEXCOM G6, but there are also some features that were more attractive, I guess. That's why I made the move eventually. If you look at this form factor for the applicator itself, it's a little smaller. I mean, it's you know, it's very different from the mouse-like applicator on the G6. Also, the DEXCOM G6 took about a couple of hours to warm up, while this supposedly only takes 30 minutes to warm up. So that's a plus, so I don't have to wait a couple of hours to see what my blood sugar numbers are. This is actually a combination sensor and transmitter. The DEXCOM G6 had a separate transmitter, which, I mean, it wasn't really a big deal. You popped on the sensor, you popped on the transmitter on top of it, and away you go. So, you know, I still have the DEXCOM G6 on me, and we're going to be removing it. But I just wanted to show you. I think, for the most part, wearing it on my arm seemed to have worked better. Now, with the DEXCOM G7, they do recommend you to use it on your arm. So I'll probably start with the right side and then, you know, kind of just move it back and forth between the left and the right. Yeah, I couldn't find my phone, but I finally found it, and it actually has the message, the sensor is expiring. The message is down there. Sorry, you can't see that. There you go, it's down here. So that's, I guess, the last time we'll be seeing a DEXCOM G6 notification since we're switching over. So let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and you know, rip the DEXCOM G6 off, just like every other time, right? It's there. So there is our sensor. Actually, I did receive a notification as well that the transmitter is going to be expiring very soon, probably in about 8 days or so. So thank goodness I already have my my G7. Oh, see, it's already telling me, it's beeping. I'm gonna uninstall the DEXCOM G6 app and install the G7 app, since that's a separate application. So yeah, let's go ahead and clean it up, since we're going to be using the same area. There you go, nice and clean. So we have our G7, first time using it. According to the instructions, you unscrew this portion right here, the cover, and it also tells us not to touch the inside part. Everything is in there, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose an area to place our, I'm not even sure if I'm putting it in the same, I'm putting it in the same general area as my last one, but let's put it in there. said press firmly, and then what we're gonna do is just press the button. The other one was, the G6 was relatively not painful. I'm not sure about this one, but here we go. 1, 2, 3. I really didn't feel anything. So, uneventful. I was anticipating a little more pain, but no, it wasn't painful at all. And what I also, what they also recommend is to kind of go around the device with your fingers, so the adhesive, I guess, is firmly in place. And what I also like about the DEXCOM G7 is it does come with an overpatch. I always use an overpatch. I don't know, it's just a habit. The G6, although it did not come with an overpatch, you could always order free overpatches from DEXCOM, but I guess we don't have to do that anymore, since each of the G7 units come with its own overpatch. So there you go. I was able to uninstall the old app and install the new app, so now it's warming up. I have 21 minutes remaining. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to install the overpatch and, you know, see how that feels. So there it is. I got the overpatch on right there. I don't know how I feel about this overpatch. It seems a little flimsy, and I don't know, it's kind of squiggly, I guess, when you first put it on. So I think having somebody else help you would make that, I guess, the process a little bit better. But I mean, it's not impossible to do it yourself right there. So now we wait and see how our numbers. This morning it was I was around 115, 120, somewhere around there. But now I'm going to be waiting another 17 minutes, not too long. So I'll be right back and just show you the numbers and see if I need to calibrate right away. Just to remind everyone of what the difference is in size. So that's the DEXCOM G6 sensor and transmitter combination compared to the DEXCOM that I just installed, the G7. So it's right there. So if you're curious, you know, that's the size difference. I mean, it's you know, it's not significant. The new G7 is a little more circular, and again, everything is included in there. The transmitter, it's a one unit system, so it's the transmitter and the sensor is in one, so I don't have to pop anything in. So there it is.
A few moments later.
Well, spoke too soon. I just got the dreaded sensor alert failure. Remove sensor now, and it's not telling me to replace it. I guess I have to, right? Since it never really got working after the warm-up. It did warm up properly, or at least I thought I did, but I started getting a low reading. It was like reading 39. I'm like, that's way low. So I actually had to do a finger stick. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is gonna report the issue to DEXCOM. What they usually do, because I did have a DEXCOM G6 failure before a few months ago, they'll send me a replacement because these things are not cheap. So I'm currently waiting on the chat to talk to DEXCOM customer support, and they're actually pretty good about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this whole thing again. First I have to rip this thing off. Please tell me if I did anything wrong during the installation process. I don't think I did. Yeah, I followed all the steps. I thought I did. Again, it seemed to have worked initially. These things happen. I actually started eating breakfast just to kind of jog the thing a little bit to I guess put some sugar into my system. But I guess that maybe shocked it too much. So I spared you that ordeal. So I have it on the left side now, the left arm, and you know, I followed the instructions again to a T. You know, I pressed on it after installing it. I pressed on it for about 10 seconds or so, and then now I'm gonna put on the, you know what, I'm gonna have my wife put on the overpatch. I don't know if I messed anything up, but you know, something interesting that I did see is, I don't know if it's normal, since there seemed to be a little bit of blood on the sensor itself, just a little bit. It's not a lot. I'm just, you know, I was just like, you know, usually it doesn't happen with the G6, but so I spoke to DEXCOM support, and you know, as I said, they are sending a replacement. You know, it's just a pain that I have to go through all that, you know, moving from this arm to this arm, and I'm happy to report that it seems to be working. You know, I'm getting the reading. I just had breakfast there, so no alarms or anything like that yet. So again, I'm going to continue to watch this, and I'm sorry I had to drag this, but I didn't foresee an issue happening, especially with a brand new device, but it happens, right? It happens. So, you know, I hope you find, or you found this information useful, and you know, if you have any other questions, again, feel free to, you know, drop it down below in the comment section, and you know, I'll be happy to answer it as quickly and as detailed as I can make it, if you do have questions. So, you know, feel free, don't be shy. It's free. There you go. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your time, and I hope to see you guys again on another video. Peace. Again, I'm out.